Man, does this screen take me back. I'm gonna be quiet during this cutscene. I'll give you an intro in just a second. Ladies and gentlemen, it is I, Edgar from Red Ribbon Recordings, and I am going to play through Red Dead Redemption 1 with you. Take you through John's story. This game takes place after the events of Red Dead Redemption 2. One of my all-time favorites to this day. Nice. That screen still gives me chills. Love it, love it, love it. There's our boy, John Marston.
Well, I, for one, am grateful, Mrs. Bush, that they are finally bringing civilization to this savage land.
I could not agree with you more, my dear. My daddy settled this land, and I know he'll be looking down on us, pleased at how we help the natives.
Yes, they've lost their land, but they've gained access to heaven.
But Father, do you mean unless an innocent receives communion, they're destined to go to hell? It hardly seems fair.
What I mean to say, Jenny, is that there is a great deal of difference between an innocent and a savage.
I never thought of it that way.
Yes, they lived like animals, but they're happier now.
Not only do people now have motor cars, Father, but I heard that pretty soon we will be able to fly.
No, only angels can fly, Jenny.
No, apparently people can fly. Didn't you hear? Out in Kansas, a man even got a car to fly.
I hardly think so, Jenny.
God, man, just let Jenny dream. Fuck.
Apparently, Mr. Johns wants to run for governor, which is why he's so concerned with cleaning up the state.
Nate Johns.
Yes.
His family is nothing but hillbilly trash that came here after the war. I don't want to be judgmental, but this state should not be ruled by such a disgusting family. A family without class.
Apparently. The Johns family have made a lot of money, and he has a lot of friends in politics.
Mrs. Bush, money isn't everything. There are many things that money cannot buy.
It seems that money can buy voters, though.
I have no trouble with the textures in the background though.
What you must remember, my dear, is that we have been brought here to spread the word. And the word and civilization, they are the same thing. They are the gifts. It is the opportunity we have, the chance to live among people who are decent and who do not kill each other, and who let you worship in peace.
It's so confusing, Father. Sometimes I find it impossible to make the distinction between a loving act and a hateful one. I mean, they often seem to be the same thing.
Yes, Jenny, it is confusing. but you only have to ask me if you need help.
Indeed.
Well, here we are, Mrs. Bush. Armadillo.
Alright, ladies and gents, boots on the ground. Again, this is your boy Edgar from Red Ribbon Recordings. If you enjoy the content, please be sure to like, subscribe, and share with a friend. We're a small channel trying to grow, so please, help us out. But anyway, this is Red Dead Redemption. Released in May of 2010, I believe. So this game is like over 12 years old now. Maybe a little bit over, a little bit less. I'm recording this May 2022, so yeah, it might be well over 12 years old now. But yeah, this is one of my favorite games of all time, so yeah, let's get to it. I'm gonna be quiet during the cutscenes because I feel like this game doesn't get as much coverage as it should be, considering how much Red Dead Redemption 2 is trending at the moment. So I'll be quiet during the cutscenes, let you guys soak all that up. Be quiet during important dialogue, you know. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy. Let's get to the next one.
Marston! Mr. Marston, over here! You must be John Marston.
Sometimes.
I'm Jake. Your friends from Blackwater hired me to guide you.
They ain't my friends, but pleased to meet you, Jake.
I got the horses saddled up and ready out front.
You might be right, but I doubt it.
Oh, I came up a menu by accident. Trying to figure out how to adjust my camera. We'll figure that out later. That'll be fine.
Well, here, let's mount up and hit the trail. Easy on the spurs now. We don't need to draw undue attention. Whoa.
Slow up.
The fuck? What's that?
So it's Fort Mercy you want to visit?
That's right.
Ain't taking nobody up to the fort in a long time. Strange place for a decent fella to want to visit, if you don't mind me saying.
Who said I was a decent fella?
It's been abandoned for years now. Folks say it was built during the Mexican War. What kinds of soldiers around back then?
Why'd they leave?
Well, I ain't entirely sure. I heard they had to go up north to fight Indians, or maybe they got tired of being soldiers and went looking for gold. You know how things is. So what are you doing up at the fort?
I'm looking for an old friend.
Well, like I says, you ain't gonna find many folk round those parts these days. Those you do find are about as sociable as an ulcerated back tooth. I mean, I ain't one to judge a man by the company he keeps, but...
Well, he ain't been friends for a long time.
Are you planning on spending any time in Armadillo, Mr. Marston?
I doubt it. I ain't planning on staying very long.
Well, if you're fixing for some female company, you can do a lot worse than Armadillo. Fine as cream gravy they are. Not like Thieves' Landing. Dang, those girls ain't even fit for a drinking man to hole up with.
I'm a married man, I'm afraid.
Ain't we all?
My goodness, this man. It's funny because I don't know why I felt like this character was being built for a little bit. We literally only interact with him.
Yeah.
From here
Oh,
to
it was
Fort.
the marshal who hired me. Lee Johnson. Do you know him?
I think I heard his name.
Says he got a telegram from some Blackwater big bugs asking for a guide. I guess it's none of my business.
That's right.
Yeah, so as I was saying, I feel like this character was like built up a little bit, just in my opinion. And I thought he was gonna play a bigger role, but we literally like get to the fort with him.
You
and
ain't
then
very
he's gone.
talkative, are you?
Nope.
I'm just chewing the dog, mister. It's how I am. I don't mean nothing by it.
Trust me. There's things you better off not knowing.
Damn coyotes. What a waste of good meat. Not far now, Mr. Marston. The fort's just over this hill.
So yeah, this one's gonna be kind of a slow burn. I mean, I feel like Red Dead in general
there.
is kind of slow burny, but trust
Listen,
me,
mister. This here is what's left of Fort Mercer.
builds
Some
up and it
gang
gets
rode in and
good.
took the place over.
So I understand.
This is where we part ways, friend. You have yourself a good time.
It's crazy looking at John's face in this game. I don't know exactly how to explain it, but in the 1.0 version of Red Dead Redemption 2, I think was the best model rendering of John Marston. Because after that, some update came out and his texture, like his face just looked different. It's hard to explain. I don't know. Just whoever edits this, you'll have to pull it up so you can see what I'm talking about. But there's a difference. The real John Marston is in Red Dead Redemption 1.0. Red Dead Redemption 2 1.0. Anyway, I'll shut up now. Enjoy the cutscene.
Bill! Bill, I've come for you! Bill Williamson! Come out here right now!
Go away now, John. Don't make me kill you.
Nobody needs to kill anyone, Bill.
You must think I was born yesterday. You always did think I was an idiot.
That ain't fair, Bill. You were as my brother. I've come to try to save you.
Oh. Do I look like I need saving?
Bill, please. They want to kill us all. I can help you.
Well, you never tried to save me before. You only seemed to save yourself.
Bill, I implore you think about this.
You implore me? You implore me. You always were one for fancy words. Oh. Well, things are different now, John. Now I'm in charge! No more Dutch! And no more you. Implores. I implores you to go back and tell them to send someone just a little bit more impressive next time.
Well?
Oh. Poor John.
So, right then, that cutscene reason why my gun is gold is because I actually own the Game of the Year edition. And the Game of the Year edition, you got Undead Nightmare, which I will, if this does well, I'll do a playthrough of that one. Might do it regardless anyway, because this is a game that does not get a lot of coverage either, and that should. But yeah, the game is gold is because they added a bunch of like extra content, and like if you basically like, I can't remember what it was, but you had to do like some kind of achievement, or like I think it was like after buying one of the DLCs on 360, it basically made all your guns gold. So that's how you get the gold guns. If you're wondering, if you have the Game of the Year edition, I think there's another way to do it, like for the single player, but I forgot what it was, to be honest. I know online, like, you had to do gun challenges to get, like, your online guns golden. But I can't remember what you had to do in the original version of the game. Or I don't even know if that was a thing for the original version of the game. But, yeah. Also, fun fact. I played this game so much, that whole exchange between Bill and John right there at the beginning, I could literally quote that if I wanted to. Played way too much of this whenever it first... Well, not when it first came out, but when I did.
Well, you're alive.
So it would seem.
So, how do you feel?
I don't know the polite word for it.
I do. Stupid is the word we use around here. What were you doing?
I was doing something stupid.
Well, you'll be okay. Once you didn't die, the doctor said you'd be fine. He got the bullets out a couple days ago.
Good.
It cost us $15.
I'm sorry, madam. Should have left me there to die.
Did you want to die? I mean, was that it? Was that why you went straight out to Fort Mercer and picked a fight with the worst bandit in the county? To die, Mr.
Mr. Marston. John Marston.
Bonnie McFarland. Miss Bonnie McFarland.
Well, you may be right, Miss McFarland. I don't know.
Huh. So what were you doing?
I was trying to give Mr. Williamson a chance. For old time's sake.
You know Bill Williamson?
Knew him. Long time ago.
Well, what was he like?
Dumb.
Just like you.
Thank you, miss. See my hat?
I have. And, what will you do now?
Now I'm gonna take my time and go after him the less kind way.
Well, that sounds very fun, Mr. Marston. Quite heroic, just like in those penny dreadfuls my brother used to read. Meanwhile, if you'll excuse me, I've got a ranch to run. Of course, if you're feeling better, why not take a ride with me later? Help me patrol the perimeter. You can earn back some of that money we wasted on doctor's bills.
Of course. And thank you. For saving my life, I mean.
Next time, Mr. Marston, I strongly recommend you don't try to lose it quite so earnestly.
I'll bear that in mind.
And just like that, we got our first safe house here. Man, this game still kind of holds up visually. I mean, it still looks pretty fucking good to me for a 360 game. I mean, just look at this. The ambience and everything. Red Dead Redemption 2, I mean, only did that even better, in my opinion. It only got better from here. As far as the single player goes. Somebody please save Red Dead Online. Oh man, let's not talk about that right now. It's good vibes right now. We're having a good time. But yeah, I played a lot of this game. Honestly, I could probably quote like almost the entire script for like John, maybe even other characters, but a lot of these exchanges I could totally quote if I really wanted to. So yeah, like I said, it's gonna be a slow burn, but just stick around. We'll get to the good stuff here pretty soon, and I promise you it'll be absolutely worth it after a while.
Mr. Marston, back in the land of the living, I see.
Figured it's about time I started paying back that $15.
I sure can use an extra pair of hands around here. Let's see if we can get you back in the saddle.
It's crazy. I'm trying to like land these cutscenes smoothly, trying to move like, you know, trying to give an immersive feeling or whatever, but dear goodness, like it's the movement is the movement is so strange, and like the camera controls are just
There's the foreman's office.
a little dated.
It's also where we lock up good-for-nothing outlaws, such as yourself.
I'm happy enough with my current quarters right now, Miss McFarland.
Eat chicken.
I picked out a fine horse for you. Let's make a tour of the ranch so you can get your bearings.
The aesthetic, man, the aesthetic. Only thing that's gonna bother me is the horses, because they did such a good job with the
To your
motion.
right is the general store. You
Motion
won't
capture
find
of the
Parisian
horses
high
in Red Dead
fashion,
2.
but it's good for the essentials.
This game
Very convenient. I don't think I've ever seen
still
a
looks
ranch
okay,
with its
but-
own store before.
definitely not what it used to be.
And here's the corral. This one's for the horses. What do you think?
I'm no expert, but it certainly looks like a fine corral.
I suspect you've stolen more horses than you've broken.
Now, where'd you get such an idea?
First impressions are hard to erase. That's the train station. Things sure have changed since the line finally got finished, bringing in all sorts of new folk like yourself.
It Is that such a bad thing?
Change is only good when it makes things better.
Quote.
Yeah! That's the barn over there. Paul built it himself when I was just a little girl. And here we are, back at the house. Let's stop for a while before we head out on patrol.
You'll get no complaints from me, Miss McFarland.
Come on, this is the only chance you're gonna get to rest.
I thought those little cutscenes, you know, just to do little things, like just the little things, just hitching your horse looked so cool to me. I don't know. I'm really big when it comes to immersion, so little things like that just sweep me off my feet, man.
How about a cold drink, Mr. Marston?
Thank you, ma'am. Getting shot, then riding a horse seems to take it out of you. I could use a rest.
Sure. Come on in. I'll show you the house, and then you can sit for a while.
Thank you.
Mr. Marston,
Miss McFarland.
remember me telling you about the trouble we've been having with rustlers and other undesirables?
I do?
Will you help me keep watch on the property line this evening?
Sure.
I want to see just who is trespassing on our land.
This is a fine weapon.
Come, let's head out. The country is really beautiful at around this time. We'd best get moving. This is a dangerous time of night for us.
Little comment I want to make about John saying that. So he says this is a fine weapon, referring to this, the repeater carbine. So it's not a bad weapon for the start. But one of the things that I really enjoyed about Red Dead Redemption 2 was how even
Let's
some
go.
of the...
Keep your eyes open and try not to get yourself shot again.
Sorry, trying not to interrupt the characters. Even some of the older weapons, like early weapons you get on the game, could still be good, like once you upgraded them.
Thank you, Mr. Marston. I feel a lot happier someone's along with me.
I feel a lot happier
What's
now
up?
I got a rifle.
Well, with your trigger itch and my feminine intuition, we should make quite a team.
So some of the older weapons that you got in Red Dead 2, you could upgrade and make them better. In this game, once you get better weapons, the older ones just become obsolete. And I don't even think there's a way to store them so they're not in your way anymore. You just have to scroll through everything to get what you want. It's insane.
God damn it, these rabbits are at it again. Come on, let's get rid of them once and for all. Whoa there! Let's see that rifle. I want a couple of these for the pot. That's it, kill those little varmints.
These controllers are a little baby.
You're better at shooting rabbits than outlaws, I see. Thank you, Mr. Marston. Looks like we'll be having rabbit stew tomorrow. Now back up. We should check out the rest of the ranch.
So you're gonna be... I am going to abuse the... It's been so long and like the
We should
controls just
keep
feel
moving.
really
There's still a
strange to me.
ways to go.
Just they're a little dated. At least for me anyway. So you're gonna be seeing me like doing that snap little, you know, that a lot just to
If it's not
try and
the
hit my
rustlers
targets.
stealing our cattle, it's the rabbits stealing our
Again,
crops.
we're here for the
It
story.
ain't never easy living off the land like
And,
this. Maybe you should move
you know,
to a big city.
The
Become a
enjoyment of
lady
the
of
older
leisure.
game. I'm just here to immerse
Look
you
out!
guys in the old stuff.
Coyotes! Shoot them before they get to the animals. That's it! Damn coyotes! Come on, they're headed for the chicken coop.
Head down.
Yes, we got one! That coyote won't be back. Looks like that was the last of the coyotes. Just a shame we had to lose any of the chickens. Come on, I'll show you the way to your room.
I can't remember exactly. Like I think you can like kill all of them before they even get to the chickens, or that might not even be possible because I think they're already in the
You
chicken
know,
coop
you can
before we
actually handle a rifle.
It's something I've
Before
had a
you get
little
to them.
experience in.
Maybe Bill Williamson did get lucky after all.
Luck didn't really come into it, miss.
You're a useful man to have around the ranch, that's for sure. But don't think I've forgotten what brought you here. We'll do whatever we can to help you.
I sure appreciate that, Miss McFarland.
John, why are you yelling?
Here we are.
Oh god. I'm just trying to hit some horse, dude. Okay, there we go. Alright.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Marston. Makes me kind of happy I saved your life. Get some sleep and I will see you in the morning.
Good night, Miss McFarlane.
Yeah, so this is gonna be your safe house. You sleep, and you can skip like 6 hours like after you sleep. And we unlocked level 1 of Deadeye out of 3, which is good. So yeah, you can sleep, and then like every day, like when you wake up, like you can open this up, and like it gives you some free ammo. And money isn't very hard to come by. I remember a lot of the spots that you could get money at and whatnot, and I'll show you guys some of that. I'll show you guys some secrets that I know, some little tips and tricks, and like I might do some side stuff. Not 100% sure. Like I might do some of the stranger missions because the stranger missions are like really good. But we'll see. We'll see what I decide on. Not sure if I'll do any like because there's some challenges that you can do to get some better weapons and gear. Not sure if I'll be doing those. But yeah, we'll figure it out. Anyway. I'm going to just end this one right here. Hope you guys are excited. Again, I know this is a slow burn, but trust me when I tell you that it's well worth it. I don't think this game gets the coverage that it should, especially after, you know, Red Dead Redemption 2 released and it was trending for the longest time. And, like, I don't think a lot of people talk about this game. This game hits different after playing the second one, I promise you. Eventually, I might do a playthrough of the second one. You can come back and look at this and just tell me what you think. But anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me today. Again, this has been Edgar with Red Ribbon Recordings, and I will be signing off. You guys have a good night.